How many of you are ambitious? Girls, guys, I want you to be very proactive. If you're not proactive with me, how are you going to be proactive in the future when you're trying to get a job? I'm not here to interview you. I'm an easy target. I want your proactiveness. Tell me, how many of you are ambitious and want a good career? How many of you want to do a job that you're going to enjoy? Okay, good. How many of you think, how many are thinking about career opportunity from now? Good. I see a few hands. Okay. Let me ask you a question. I've been asking a lot of questions, fair enough, but let me ask you another question. You are doing a 4-year bachelor's degree and you've focused only on your study. Most of the study you're doing, especially mathematics, is very theoretical, correct? Yes. How much of it is practical? Very less, right? It's very theoretical. Do you think it will be very easy for you to get a job right after bachelor's degree, even if you get 4 out of 4 GPA? Do you think just a good grade, having 100% attendance, is going to be enough? What do you need more? Good, I like that. What else do you need? He needs 4 wives. What else do you need? How are you going to make money? How? What business? Do you want to say something? How is it related to mathematics? You're going to count how many you've printed? Oh, so you already have your family business. That either way is helping you through education. But how will that help you get a job? Unless you're Ambani and know all the tech company and owners, are you? Do you know all the tech company big giants here? Oh, you know? Okay. Or I think he might not be understanding my pun. Sorry about that. Okay. How many of you are going to apply for jobs after you graduate? How many? No, raise your hands. I want to see how many. Some of you are still decided, no, I just want a degree and then I don't know what I'll do with a degree. Okay, let me ask you another question. With a degree of mathematics, I'm going to pick on people. I want to know what jobs do you think you can get or what jobs you want to apply for. The lady in the red scarf? Yeah? What job do you want to do after you do mathematics degree? Teaching. Okay, you want to be a teacher. Fine. How many of you want to be teachers here? Quite a few. Okay, teaching. Okay. How many want to go into industry? Like you want to work for a tech company or financial company? I feel like I have a tough crowd. Okay, no worries. So, either any job, like teaching is different because in teaching, the qualifications will get you your first job and then you build up your experience in teaching, right? So, apart from the teaching students, I'm going to talk about, by the way, that's me. Some of you already see me face to face, but in case you don't recognize, that's me. I do want to still talk about AI. I do still want to talk about job market, but from a lens of somebody who's studying mathematics and also other applications of it. Mathematics has a lot of application, but pure mathematics, from that to get into some kind of practical job is not that easy. because you only know theory, you don't have any practical to make your experience hands-on. Are you all following that? Please give me a yes or no. Okay. So some of the areas that I've mentioned here, they all use mathematics. Some of you might be studying mathematics now, but in the future, you might want to go into AI, machine learning, fintech. You can go into data science, data analytics. So there are a lot of applications that you can have a practical application for from a mathematics degree. So from maths, a lot of these courses, even though they are tech or software or AI related, they take students with math background. Anyone knows why? That's because the tech world, the base of it is also mathematics. So you might not know coding, but the principles of coding are coming from math. Data analytics or data science, majority of students who go into data science are from mathematics background because it's formulation, right? And coding comes naturally to students who do mathematics. They understand that kind of language, the computing languages. So some of you might not be sure yet. You're only in first year or second year. But one of the things I would recommend you to start thinking about is how can I put myself forward in the job market? Is the world more competitive now? Yeah? Is there more graduates or more jobs? Exactly. So let's say there are 50,000 jobs. For those 50,000 jobs, there are at least 500,000 applicants. I'm just giving a very rough example, right? So how are you going to become those 50,000 who gets the job? What can you do now that will help? Tell me. So,
research,
good,
developing skills,
good,
then attending seminars and
good.
doing own research, own work.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, that's some good answers. Practical. When I say practical, as in if you do some internships, that gives you industry experience. You can do placement. I'm sure the university supports with that.
Yes.
Even if it means you're not getting paid, or if it's free or bad pay or low pay, but you are gaining real life experience, that becomes more important. Do you think if you just have a good degree and no experience, let's go back to AI for a second. Nowadays, we use AI in a lot of ways, right? We're going through an AI overhaul. Everything. How many of you use ChatGPT? Sir, they all cheat in the classes. But no, we all use AI, right? Now we can't live without it. How long ago did ChatGPT come out? Less than 2 years? No, not 2020. More recent. It's been last 2 years.
2 years, last 2 years.
Last 2 years, at best 3 years. But people kept it hidden for a long time, and now they're doing it. Like now, it's like you can't live without it. There is not just AI. How many versions of different kind of AI are there? I know a few. Like yeah. Everyone's coming up with their own version. Every search engine has an AI attached to it. Now every phone company is doing AI as well. So there is a lot of AI options, right? I'm going to show you this screen because this might help you understand. Do you recognize some of this or most of it? You've heard this before. Some of you have seen this in movies. You've heard about machine learning. AI is taking over. The robots are going to rule the world. Anyone remember I Am Legend, the movie? No? Cloud computing? Anyone's heard of that? Okay? How about cryptocurrency? Blockchain, crypto. Yeah? Dogecoin. Yeah? Some of the things that you keep hearing about, right? Everyone wants to invest in crypto. That's where all the money is, right? That's also where all the loss is. So be very careful how you invest. How about robot assistants? I'll give you a very good example of robot assistants. What is one of the main exports of Bangladesh? Exactly. Has that become more automated? Yeah? It's not even slowly, it's at quick pace. Yeah. If you now go to a lot of restaurants or hotels in Dhaka, I was surprised that now the elevators, they have elevators for cars. You take your car inside the elevator and then suddenly you're on the third floor and you get out. You know? That's automation. That's engineering. There's a thought behind it. There's tech behind it. So there is application of AI, tech, mathematics, engineering in a lot of fields. If you're doing mathematics, you can become an economist. If you're doing mathematics, you can go into fintech. You can go into data experience or data engineering, data scientist. You can also do, as I said, automation in garments manufacturing. Has anyone heard about user experience design? I like this guy. He knows everything. He's done some research. In user experience? UXD? Okay, phenomenal, fantastic, that's good. But yeah, those are the emerging opportunity. Tell me right now, what's happening in the world of software engineering? Anyone follows tech news? Anyone recently remember that Facebook let go of hundreds of thousands of people? Okay, so nobody has read the news. So this is an emerging field. There are jobs being created, but there are also jobs that no longer exist. So just doing a computer science degree or a generic computer or tech or IT degree is no longer enough because AI can do that. If you're like, ma'am, I can code. Okay, so can ChatGPT. You tell ChatGPT, I need a code for this, they'll make it. They're faster than you. So why would a company hire if you just have base skills? You need to upskill. You need to upskill. What are the languages you're learning right now? Part of mathematics, is there any computer science subjects?
Yes, yes.
Yeah?
Programming.
Programming. You're learning programming? So, but you're learning very few select subjects, for example. But the world is emerging. The world is upgrading itself so fast. How are you keeping up? Are you doing anything extra? Because by the time you graduate, it's going to be 4 years from now. For some of you, it's going to be 2 years from now. Some of you, 4 years from now. By that point, ChatGPT will become a grandfather. Something new would have come that's even more innovative, right? ChatGPT came out 2 years ago. Not even 3 months later, DeepSeek came out. So that's how fast everything is moving. So how do you keep up? Not just by studying theory and what's in your books. You have to be industry informed. You need to know what's current and what is the demand, what is important, and you need to try upskill. How can you upskill? A lot of the tech courses are online. A lot of the tech courses are on YouTube, on Google. Google has multiple certification. LinkedIn has multiple certification. A lot of this will help you to upskill. Because how are you going to be able to commit? When you're going for job interviews, how are you going to attempt on those? What are you going to say? Tell me. So let's do one thing. Let's have a quick quiz, okay? And if It's not a very hard quiz, but there is a prize. There is a smartwatch to be won. So get ready with your phones because there will be a QR code to scan, and you'll be given 1 minute to answer. Okay? So let me get started on the quiz. This is the question. You get 15 seconds to read the question. No, don't say the answer. There's a QR code. And now you have to put in the answer.
Scan this code with your mobile phone.
Scan. Oh, well done. Come get your prize. Come on. Well, congratulations. Well, congratulations. Well done. Yeah. You can't participate in the next quiz, I'm sorry. It's the same gift. What are you going to do with 2 of them? Okay, but well done, well done. All right. Okay. Ladies, there's another quiz coming up, and I want to see a female winner. Okay? All right, cool.
She was on the queue, but she was having difficulty.
Okay. I'm so sorry. We need to make sure that everyone gets equal chance, yeah? All right, cool. So, anyone interested in studying in the UK? Raise your hands. Okay. Anyone looking at any other country? US, Canada? Canada? Okay. US? Italy? Okay. What about other Europe? Okay. Australia? Ireland? Okay. Ireland is a good tech hub, is emerging tech hub as well. Okay. I'm going to say a little bit about UK, but in general, it should be useful to you. So the UK is more efficient because they have a shorter study period. Your actual core study is 3-year bachelor's degree or 1-year master's. In other countries, it's normally a 2-year program. Okay? Master's becomes a 2-year program. In the UK, you have an option of 2-year master, but that is with placement. Has anyone heard of placement here or industry placement? Okay. So, if you are looking for job opportunity after you finish your master's degree, the best thing you can do for yourself, the best opportunity, the best support you can give yourself is to do a placement year. So placement year is within your master's program, but it is a work placement. You get a paid job placement relevant to your field, okay? Relevant to what you're studying. This is important for 2 reasons. 1, you're building your CV, okay? 2, you are getting UK work experience and you're learning the UK work environment. 3, you get a strong UK employer work reference. So these 3 become very important when you are then graduated and looking for a job. If you're applying for master's degree, and let's say you have some years of experience or no experience, do you think it will be easy for you to get a job after you finish? Answer. Do you think a job is just waiting for you? In Hindi, there is a word. This is papar belne hote, right? Do you know what that meaning is? As in, you have to do a lot of different things to get experience, but to stand out. And one of the things that I hear from employers in the UK is they prefer students who have been proactive, they have done some kind of internship or work placement over a student who's just studied. Because if I have to take somebody who is a fresh graduate and then I have to spend time to hire them, time to train them, and there's still no guarantee they will learn because they have not done any other job, they have no experience. So for me, it's time consuming. I don't want to do that. That's why a lot of companies, when you apply for jobs after you graduate, do you know that job application or processing selection is now automated. Everyone is using ChatGPT and other AI tools to even go through CVs. They put the criteria and then the AI does the job. The AI does the selection process. This student has only fresh graduate, okay, second pile. This student has more experience, he has the potential, we'll go review them. It's only 3-4 stage later that a human interaction happens on a CV. When I recently hired for a job in my team, for a role in my team, I didn't have to go through the 300-400 applications that came in. I didn't even know they were there. My HR team selected the best five or best 10, sent it to me, saying these are the best we got. How did they do the selection? AI, but looking at what is relevant. Do they have a degree? Checklist, fine. But that's one of 5 different requirements. Do they have anything extra, like any other qualification, any other certification? That was another thing. How many years of experience do they have? So the job I had advertised for was for it was for a junior recruitment officer. So the entry requirement for that job requirement was of 2 to 3 years of work experience. So at the minimum, anyone who had less than 2 years did not even get a call, was rejected. It was in the rejection pile. So there is a process to job application. There's a process to hiring, right? So you need to make sure how are you getting across those and being able to get jobs. How can you even expect a job if you can't even expect an interview? How do you do that? You need to, one of the best things you can do for yourself, if your program offers it, is placement here. Because when you do a placement here, you're already stepped into that industry. You have got through the door. And for a company that's offering a placement for you, it's non-committal. They're not committing to full-time for you. They're only giving you 1 year employment. That's a good 1 year for them to see how you are, for you to show how you are. For them, they're like, is he good? Is he, worst case scenario, 1 year, we say goodbye, Tata, well done, bye-bye. Or for you, it is, I'm going to learn everything, I'm going to do my best, I'm going to be so good, they have to give me a full-time job. They have to offer me sponsorship. That's how you need to think. Work experience, placement, internship, any kind, this all is very important if you're trying to crack the job market. Some of you might be like, in 3 years, I'll be, thinking about it. Maybe. Like, if you're a medical student, you have to know how to, you have to do some medical internships even before you start learning, right? Why is that? Because you want to see, if you can handle blood, dead bodies, or, vomit and all of that. Similarly, in the tech industry or any job employability industry, doing placement also shows you if you enjoy that. You don't want to do a job that you're not going to like. If you've studied it, I'll give you his example, Ehsan. So Ehsan studied LLB law. Are you practicing law right now?
Yeah, I did 3 months.
Yeah, but after that, what did you do? So he studied 4 years, then he went to the practical side of it. He was shadowing a lawyer in the court here. He realized he didn't like it. So 4 years of study down the drain, he didn't pursue anything in law anymore. But he found a career for himself, right? He went into tech industry himself. But the example I'm trying to give you is if you do placement, you can do a 3-month internship here, 3-month internship there, or something like that. It gives you an understanding of, is this the right job for me? Is this what I want? Is this the future for me? Imagine you have to spend 10 hours, 8 hours. Let's say with the Uttara Bangladesh traffic, at least 2 hours going here and there. Depends on how bad the traffic is. But you're spending a good portion of your daily life at work. So enjoying it is important, right? So yeah. At the University of Brighton, we focus a lot on real life. Our courses are very practical, it is employability focused, and it is in collaboration with the industry to make sure what we're teaching you is relevant and what you need to then be employable. Okay? In terms of the accreditation as well, and in terms of the city we are in, Brighton and Hove, has anyone heard about Brighton? Anyone? Okay. So Brighton is a city in the south of England. We are 1 hour away from London, and it is one of the UK's leading hub for creative technology, digital and creative economy. We bring in about more than £1 billion revenue every year. So again, that helps with opportunity. You are going to be in the tech hub in the UK. So if you're looking for opportunity and placements in internship, it is a great opportunity for you to step into that world. A lot of research, some of you said you want to go into teaching, some might be going into teaching as school teachers, or some might want to be in academia, as in become university professors and academics. For those of you, there's plenty of research areas to go for, within mathematics, within CSE, and related subjects like AI, data management, user experience. Scholarship is another thing. So I've already talked about placement. So to give you an example of placement, these are some of the companies. Can anyone, some recognize these? Yeah, you recognize them, right? These are some of the companies our students do placements in. So these are some of the companies that hire students from Brighton. In terms of scholarship, there's quite a good scholarships available to Bangladeshi students. We have the Vice Chancellor Scholarship, and there's also the Early Bird. But the main thing is the course is very practical. We are employability focused. Our ambition is how can we make students employable? How can we make sure they're ready for the workforce? They're ready with the practical skills that they will be able to apply in their jobs. This is one of our graduate students. Stuart is now the director of user experience at Google. So I think you have a Google alumni as well who is in Google. He probably might have worked with him, or Google is a massive company, so they probably don't even know each other. They're not even in the same country. However, what I'm trying to explain here is he's not only our alumni, he's also now helping our current students and mentoring them and supporting them with their career ambition. And at the same time, he's also part of the body that informs our teaching to be industry informed and relative and relevant to the time. Oh, that's not working. I'm almost done. A bit about student experience and life at the campus. So we are by the beach, but at the same time, you have the industry right in your city center if you're looking for opportunity. A lot of the placements we have are very hands-on. We want to make sure that if you're doing a placement and you're doing it very well, a good job, that placement should hopefully give you a job opportunity, or they should hopefully give you an offer for a job. What am I? A little bit about the student life. Lots of happening in Brighton, a lot of music, a lot of festivals, a lot of... Anyone into football? How come nobody into football? Nobody. Seriously. I think the ones who are in football, they're outside, they're playing, fair enough. Makes sense. But yeah, there's a lot that goes on in Brighton that helps. It's a great student life, great nightlife, and also it's a touristy town. So there's a lot of part-time opportunity for students as well. Now, I think some of you might have been dozing off, hopefully not, but we have another quiz and another prize to be won, and I'm going to pass it off to my colleague for that. But before I do that, I just want to say I hope this was somewhat useful. I hope it gives you something to think about now that you're thinking about future study. And thank you for giving me the time today. Thank you so much.